who are now learning that their friend or family member was among those who perished. There will be much to learn and to do in the coming days in the wake of this tragedy. But today, please join me in praying for Kansas. May God comfort those who are mourning. Mayor, thank you.
I would like to now ask our airports director, Jesse Romo, to provide some updates. And again, a lot of the details are still waiting for confirmation. And so we ask that Jesse give us the latest that we have confirmed.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Jesse Romo, Director of Airports, Wichita Airport Authority. I don't have a lot of official information to share. We will get that directly from NTSB. American Airlines will be providing the official updates and information. They do have a newsroom that you can go to online. The website is aa.com/newsroom. There is also an 800 number to utilize for the friends and family members of the people aboard the flight, 1-800-679-8215. I will say that airport staff did activate our family incident support team last night. And so if family members did show up to the terminal to have additional information, even for support, we were there with them with our team of volunteers, along with other airline staff and representatives. The airport remains open. There is air traffic continuing. Right now, we do have fog, so I would ask everybody to please drive safe as you're headed to the airport or are traveling today, and keep up with your airline for additional information. And right now, that's all I have. Thank you.
I would like to say that Director Jesse Romo, City Manager Bob Layton, and several council members were at the airport last night as the care team got activated. I also learned from American Airlines this morning that additional care team members have come to Wichita and will be providing support for families as well as crew members. I am in direct contact with American Airlines to find out the confirmed information to provide to all of you. But I want to reiterate that any information should go to their hotline, especially for families. And that number that Jesse said already, but I will remind everyone to use again, is 1-800-679-8215. In addition, this afternoon at high noon, the Wichita City Council, in contact with the Greater Wichita Ministerial League and multiple faith leaders in Wichita, will be coming together for a community-wide prayer. And we ask that anyone who would like to join us to come to City Hall here in downtown Wichita for that community prayer. All are welcome. At this time, our community needs to come together to support the family members who have been impacted, to come together in honor of those individuals on that flight. And as a council, we will lead in bringing this community together to pray for our community, but also move our community to know that there are resources. And as a city, we will have additional resources, especially for staff who have been impacted. And I am again grieving with everyone in our community and those in Washington, D.C. due to this very tragic incident that happened. We will take a few questions at this time.
Do you know how many of the passengers are Wichita residents versus traveling back home to D.C. or somewhere else?
At this time, we don't have that information, and I know that we don't have the manifest at this moment.
Have you spoken with any family or friends of members or people on the plane?
The care team was activated last night, and one family was there. And I want to say thank you to our local media partners who were respectful here in Wichita. That says a lot about our community. The care team was there to provide comfort for that family, and the council members were also there to provide comfort for them. But at this time, that is all we have in regards to family members.
Do you know how many families did show up last night?
Only one.
Was everything normal at the beginning of this flight taking off from Wichita?
Say that again.
Was the flight normal taking off?
I will have Jesse.
Yes, to our knowledge, everything occurred as normal, so there was no abnormality to the operation.
Will this flight continue as normal tonight? Or is this flight on hold? Any changes at all?
I know Reagan National was shut down for a while. They have plans to reopen the airport, and I haven't heard yet when exactly they're going to open, and I haven't heard specifically for this flight. But if we do have additional information, that will come from American as well. And so if folks are looking to fly on that route, just need to continue to check with American Airlines.
Jesse, how many seats were on the plane on the 700? Is that 75, or do you know what it was configured to?
Yeah, well, good word. The configuration depends, for each aircraft, but it is approximately about 75 seats normally, and I would have to get specifics on that aircraft, but I don't have that at this time.
Has there been any contact with Bombardier, especially with this being their plane?
No. No.
Do you know where they are in the process of contacting all the families?
We do not. And, most of this incident occurred at DC and is being managed by the local partners and federal agencies that are responding in the DC area. But as was asked earlier, the manifest will be managed by American Airlines, and that information will be disseminated through their official sources as well as NTSB.
I know you said the flight was operating just fine. Was it delayed or was it running late at any point during takeoff?
I don't believe so. I don't have that information, but I can look into that.
Can you tell us anything about figure skaters, obviously, that were on the flight? We just hosted the U.S. National Championships. On social media, a lot of figure skaters coming out just hoping for the best, anything.
I understand that some of that information is out there on social media or through other media outlets, but it's not information that we can share at this time.
Mayor, can you talk about, we've heard from a few folks about how big this last weekend was with the U.S. Figure Skating Championship being held here in Wichita, and all of these young Olympic hopefuls, which would have grazed our living room in the future. Can you talk about just how big of an event this past weekend was and what it meant for the city to have these young skaters here in town?
It was truly an honor to have future Olympians and those who are at the highest competition level of figure skating right here in the Air Capital. We were so excited to have the opportunity to host the national championship. And even yesterday, I had folks tell me how wonderful these last few days have been with additional individuals that came into our community, whether to watch or to participate. So our community was really excited and thankful that everything went well with the championship. And so right now, we're just waiting for more information from U.S. Figure Skating that we can release. But right now, we're just hoping and praying again.
How do family and friends of folks on the plane get in touch with you all? I know there's a phone number for American, but if they want to connect with the local care team and they don't want to go to the airport, how do they do that?
They can reach out to the airport administration building.
Is there a phone number?
I'm going to look that up because all of a sudden sleep deprivation kicked in and my mind went blank on the phone number, but let me respond back to you in just a second.
Should affected families be coming to the airport, or are you urging them to stay at home? What should they do?
Everyone responds to a tragic incident a little differently, and so if they do feel that they would be more comfortable in the terminal are coming out there to the airport. We're ready to help support them in any way we can. But there isn't any more information that we can share that they're already being shared with directly by the airline. And so they may want to stay at home as well.
Okay, we have been listening in to officials in Wichita, Kansas, providing an update on that plane crash in Washington last night. An American Airlines plane with 64 passengers collided with a military helicopter, both crashing into the Potomac River. All are feared dead. Dozens of bodies have already been recovered.